So yesterday I managed to convince myself that I had a brain tumour, and I know that sounds silly, but actually once you've had cancer once, it's not silly anymore. It becomes very real, and to me that's quite a rational fear now that I've had cancer. And it really got me thinking about the fear of recurrence and how it's just such a unique feeling, because normally when I'm anxious about something, I can try and explain it away, or my brain doesn't have the evidence to sort of support the fear, if that makes sense. If I'm nervous about something, it's like a little voice in my head that's telling me. But this time with the fear of recurrence, it's not a little voice, it's evidence. And obviously your brain works based on the evidence that it has. And my brain knows that I had cancer and that, I had to have chemo and I had to have treatment, and that was all very real. And so now when I try to calm myself down or tell myself I'm being silly, I can't, because I know that last time actually I wasn't being silly. I did actually have cancer. And I think that's why it's so hard to sit with that fear and manage it, because you can't really try and convince yourself that everything's going to be okay when you don't know that. And I tend to be quite good at it. 9 times out of 10, I kind of feel like I'm fine, and I have this strong gut feeling that everything's going to be okay. And that really does help me. But on the days where you feel like you've got a new symptom, or like me, my brain was just not working yesterday and I was like, what is going on? And suddenly you start to panic, and it just comes out of nowhere. I was in a great mood, I was on my way to meet my friend, and suddenly I just panicked and I didn't know what to do. And normally I would message my nurse or contact my nurse, but I have an appointment this week, so I'm just going to wait and address it then. But I just wanted to say, if you are dealing with that fear, if you're thinking about the fear of recurrence, if you're feeling that fear, don't suffer in silence. Contact someone, get help, talk to someone, because it is just the most awful feeling and you shouldn't have to deal with that by yourself.